Welcome to our Forest Hill reno. We are in a home that's about 90 years old, and this project's a little bit different because this one is for my one and only sister. My brother-in-law came to me and said, I want you to come and see this house in Forest Hill. So the two of us took a tour of this house, and I said, I think this could be something really special, but it's gonna take some work and some really thought out planning. It was quite old and true to its time, and I kept with some of the features that were true to the home because they were features that not only did we love, but we wanted to keep that authenticity of what was the past and bring it back to life. While this house didn't allow for it to be a completely open concept, it did allow for some ways to be opened up, but still keeping the traditions of a very separated kitchen space, a very separated office space, but allowing for a little bit more flow between the living and dining. It's one of those conflicts that came up in this particular renovation where my brother-in-law said, I want a formal living room. I want a room for adults to come and enjoy a space and it to not feel so kid-friendly. And then my sister, on the total opposite side of things, having two very young boys, said, we can't make the only living space on our main floor formal. I mean, this is where our family's gonna be. So we tried to merge the two ideas by still having it look a little bit more formal, but with that oversized sectional that has an integrated coffee table in it, elevates it and makes it not so cushy or messy feeling, but a little bit more structured to play on both sides of what each one of them wanted. The fireplace is actually original to the home. One of the details that we didn't want to get rid of was that original limestone insert. So you'll see that as the first level of the fireplace. We put in a gas insert, and then we added another layer of marble with different depths to create a more modern aesthetic. So again, the mixing of the old with the new, and then we carried that marble into making a really beautiful arch between the living room and dining room to connect these two spaces with a similar material that makes it feel like one. It allows for the connection of the two rooms and people to move fluidly throughout. We always have that 50-50. Do we leave the dark wood paneling or do we do something that updates it by painting it a little bit lighter, opening up the space? It's sad to lose that originality, but also really nice to have the feeling of a big update. And I think without painting all the paneling, you wouldn't have gotten that big update feeling. Throughout the house, you'll see that we tried to continue with a modern aesthetic, and you'll see that in the two light fixtures between the living and dining room. We have a really modern fixture that's canopying over the sectional, and then you move into the dining room where there's these more sculptural fixtures playing off of very clean lines, making it a little bit more interesting to catch your eye between the two spaces.
Thanks for watching. This house tour is presented by ARD Outdoor.
We're here at ARD Outdoor, and we're here to check out 5 collections that have caught my eye. The Bayside, the Haley, the Gatsby, the Breeze, and ARD's Cane collection. It's made of a teak FX. Looks like real teak, but without any of the hassle of maintaining it. I featured this in House & Home Style File for this reason. It's the low maintenance option for those of you looking to leave your furniture outside. I love this fantastic round table by Vendôme. It's from the Gatsby series. This top is great.
It's a high pressure laminate, which is great for outdoor. It's a great alternative to teak, requires no maintenance, and very, very durable.
So this is the Haley collection, and it's very sharp. The graphic black and white is great, especially the piping on the cushions.
All our cushions are manufactured in Canada. We use umbrella fabric and high density foam. It's all custom made. The frame is made of powder coated aluminum, which requires very little maintenance and withstand all the weather conditions.
So if I were shopping for myself, this is what I would buy. It's the Bayside collection from the ARD. It has this gorgeous teak frame with this curved detailing on the back and really plush overstuffed cushions. The other thing is it pairs nicely with other more modern pieces. So you can see here with fire pit, as well as Vendôme's Africa collection, which is substantially more modern. If you're looking for long-lasting, great quality marine-grade materials for your outdoor furniture, head on over to ARD.
We really try to not only enhance the amount of storage because the kitchen was quite small, but also update the look. So you'll see we did a beautiful curved hood that has a ribbing detail in it and brought that detail down into our island. We actually took away an Eden dining table and we did convert it to an oversized Eden island because my sister really wanted a walk-in pantry. We have a gorgeous arch door and it's filled with lots of glass canisters of all the things she uses on a daily basis. And she did a fantastic job organizing it. We have a beautiful mix of painted and wood cabinetry. There's a really beautiful detail in the shaker that's not flat, it's very curved. By mixing both the woods and the whites, overall, the appearance is a very light and bright kitchen, but again, keeping that warmth, the tones from the floor, the lighting that's a little bit more traditional with marble, and the marble throughout marries the two modern and traditional feels. Closed off kitchens compared to open style kitchens, I think each just has a pro and a con. It all depends on what your lifestyle is, and so for my sister's family, they really do like cooking a lot. They like being in the kitchen. She's an incredible cook and she's in there with her kids and it's all one. For their particular lifestyle, she really loved having the kitchen and the cooking being in its own area and the living spaces by themselves as well. It's really nice when we can incorporate an office on that main floor space. My sister works from home every day, so she wanted something a little bit moodier, but again, updated. And so we ended up painting out all the paneling in a really, really dark charcoal and then elevated the space with a beautiful marble fireplace, again, keeping half of the limestone in its original form and then adding the marble to it to have a little bit more drama and excitement. The runner on the staircase, I wanted something that was again old. What's more classic than a houndstooth, right? But instead of going that black and white, we really had a very warm brown, beige, white, which brought in the walls together, but still really made it old school and classic feeling. This limestone brick-like feature is all throughout the upstairs. And we again painted out white, and I think it really does allow for a little bit of a feature when you're walking upstairs. It's super unexpected. We replaced all the lights with a very clean plaster look, staying true to the limestone, but again, making it feel a little bit more current. The master bedroom, I think, is the most Parisian feel of the entire space. We have these very chunky crown moldings with tons of detail. I kept all the moldings and all the built-ins in that space, painted them out, made it a little bit more fresh, and added that modern twist with very clean lined furniture so that you can appreciate what you see when you look up, but then when you look down, it feels a little bit calmer. You're walking into a very new but old hotel in Paris. We wanted to have a little bit of fun in the kids' rooms. We did a little bit more of an older style room for her 2-year-old, something that he can grow into. And we made sure that it was a space that they could change from a crib to a bed in, still making it very seamless and clean and cool, and an area that he could just have fun in. And then a really beautiful nursery where we kept most of the original built-ins. We refreshed them with some new paint and wallpaper, had a bit more fun with the rug, and they're both loving them. So we had a nice theme of some blue and some green going on. It was such an enjoyable experience working with my sister. Going into it, I thought she'd be my worst client, but she was my best client. My sister and brother-in-law really did allow me to push different aspects of this design and trusted me every step of the way by saying, if you think it's gonna look great, we are gonna go with it. Both of them were just so easy to work with and really, really allowed us to make decisions that feel so cohesive.